Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to start a new Let's Play on a game called Idle Commonwealth. And as you might guess from the title, it is an idle game. And when I first saw idle games, I didn't understand why people would want to play them. And now I find myself playing them quite a bit. This game is currently in early access. I played a little bit here. This is the save up top here that says unknown. We're going to start a new save and get into it and see what this one is all about. It is, you do start out doing some clicking here. So, as you wake up alone in the middle of nowhere, good thing there's some food growing nearby. Let me turn off the music just in case there's any kind of copyright issue here. Okay, so let's gather food. I think we probably need, I don't know, 50 maybe? Let's see, do we have anything in research? We do. So up at the top of the screen, we got our Commonwealth. This is kind of our colony. This is going to grow with a lot more options, as we'll see as we play on. And then we get a research tab, and I believe there's more little tabs that are going to pop up as well. Available research, agriculture. Ancient agriculture technology relied on manual labor and basic tools such as wooden plows and handheld implements to cultivate and harvest crops. Allows for the building of farms. Let's do it. We got 60 food. We manually clicked. Let's click that guy. And now we've got, oh man, we need 600 food for our next upgrade for animal husbandry. And then we got simple tools here for 200 food. Let's see if we can build a farm. Farm costs 30 food. Every farm yields a half a food per second. It also creates employment opportunities for farmers. All right, we need, what was it, 20? 30. 30 more clicks here. Get our first farm going. Now you can see our food here over on the left is starting to automatically accumulate like that. We can still click if we want, and we're getting a half a food a second. The next farm is going to cost us 66 food. I'm going to accelerate that. Let's get at least one more farm going. Food is kind of a critical resource in this game, and it's something you're kind of going to be keeping your eye on the entire time. Let's see, do we have more research? Animal husbandry takes 600 food. Simple tools is 200. Simple tools technology encompassed uncomplicated handheld implements made from materials like stone or bone, and it unlocks wood gathering. Probably want this, but maybe a couple more farms first. And click away. Let's see if we can get up to 4 farms. Here's the third one. The next cost on this guy, 161. Oh man, that's a lot of clicking. You don't have to do it. You can just kind of wait for it to happen and do other things on your desktop. Since I'm recording a Let's Play, I'm going to click it so we can progress. 160. And then that should get us, what, a total of 2 food per second now? We don't have any colonists. Eventually, we're going to have colonists here too, working these farms. And that'll speed up the work. All right. Simple tools. Let's go for that next. That's going to open up wood gathering. We need 200 food. So again, kind of stuck doing some clicking here. All right, that should be enough research. Simple tools. Boom. Now we got housing. Housing technology features structures typically constructed from locally sourced materials like wood. It unlocks huts and employment. So we're going to unlock this in the tech tree with wood. Let's see. Can we? Okay, we got to gather wood by hand here. And we want, okay, wooden hoe. Features a sturdy wooden handle and a flat blade-like head designed to break up soil and prepare it for planting. Farmers are 20% more efficient with this. This is an upgrade that's going to... Whoa, okay, we got wind. It says wind picking up over here under the announcements in the top right. This game does have a weather cycle, and there's winters and wind and problems. So the wind is picking up. You'll notice our food collection just went down from 2 per second to 1.8 per second. This can actually get into the negative as we play on, as we'll see. But we're okay right now. I kind of want to automate wood collection. Is there anything in here that shows us being able to do that? Let's do this one. 50 wood for housing. Let's unlock that first. So 50 wood. Hopefully we'll get like a logging camp or something so we don't have to keep clicking here. There's housing. Hut. Okay, each hut has the capacity to accommodate one person. Let's do this. 40 wood for the first hut. Then we can get our first little colonists going. Boom. You can hear a little hammer going. We get a new tab that came up, administration. Because we've got 0 unemployed and we've got 4 job openings basically here at our farms because we have 4 farms. And we don't have any people. We built the hut, but it does take a while for people to show up. It doesn't take real long, but a little while. And then over here at the top left of the screen, you can see this is our kind of colony. We've got 1 house, but no people yet. So someone's going to arrive here soon, and then we'll assign them to do some farming. In the meantime, woodworking unlocks the lumber mill and the lumberjack profession. We want this. I don't want to click 150 times, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Writing, yeah, let's do this. We want to automate the woodworking. So we got 150 clicks of wood. All right, looks like our first citizen just arrived. We'll get them going in a minute. I want to get the logging camp up and running if I can. Got to unlock that in research. That's this guy, the lumber mill and the lumberjack profession, woodworking. Boom. We've got 1 worker. So if we go into administration, I might actually put them into the lumberjack role. So we have 4 farms. We have 1 hut where 1 person lives, and we have a lumber mill. And the lumber mill, unlike the farm, it doesn't produce wood on its own. Like the farm, even before we've assigned anybody, it's still producing food for us. Ooh, weather must. Oh, we've got somebody eating that food. So now we're down to 0.8. But the farms, even without people assigned to them, will produce a little bit of food. The lumber mill does not. So let's take our first worker and actually put him on the lumber as a lumberjack. Oh, no. Looks like I need something else. I didn't. Oh, I got to build this yet. So 50 wood for our first lumber mill. Let's do it. 50 wood for that. Yeah, we unlocked it in research, but we haven't built a lumber mill yet. So let's build one. Boom. Now I can assign a lumberjack, and now we'll get, if I take that person off, yeah, you'll see nothing gets produced. But if I assign somebody, now we start getting some wood coming in automatically. Food's accumulating kind of nice there. 391. Good, good, good. What's next? We'll let the wood accumulate. What's next? Wood and hoe. This is going to make our farms more efficient. I'm not sure if it works for farms that don't have people. Okay, the weather just improved, so our production on food went up. Mining, 200 wood. Mining technology reflects the resourcefulness of our society, employing methods like hand digging, simple wooden picks, unlocks the mine and the miner profession. Thinking. We have storage limits to how much we can store these things. So we're approaching the limit on the food. Right now we can only store 501. Let's spend that food before we start wasting it. I'm going to get another farm going. It costs 223 food. Boom. Next one's 298 food. And I would like to get another hut, another lumber mill. Let's do the hut first. Get that built, and then we can wait for someone to come join our little colony. And then the next thing we want, guessing, is another lumber mill. We can kind of ramp up the wood production. Let's do it. This is what, 115? So 100 more clicks of this guy for another lumber mill. Boom. Still waiting on our second citizen to arrive. We got 2 huts, 2 lumber mills, and 5 farms. Let's go for another farm since we have the food. I don't think there's really a downside to buying more of those. Still waiting on our next citizen to show up. And research. Okay, there's our citizen. Let's get them working on as a lumberjack. We're getting 1.6 food per second and 1.68 wood per second. All good. Research. Mining. This is what I want next. Mining, we already read that one. Writing technology highlights our quest for efficient, expressive, and accessible means of conveying information and stories. It unlocks universities and professors. I think the university and professors is kind of like comes to like research points and just more stuff that you accrue in order to unlock more parts of the tech tree. Currency. Throughout history, currency technology has shaped economics and commerce, reflecting the adaptability and progress of societies, provides access to funds through the collection of taxes. That sounds kind of good. 300 food. I'm going to wait because I don't feel like clicking. And then we got shed. Secures the essential supplies and will significantly contribute to the welfare of our community. It unlocks the shed. 100 stone. I don't even have stone yet. Mining. 200 wood for mining. Let's do that one. We're close. The ability to do another hut, but I'm going to do that yet because I want to get this mining going. Boom. Got a new building, a mine. Network of tunnels deep in the earth provides access to precious deposits, creates room for 1 miner. But this one's not going to produce stone on its own. We got to assign a worker. So let's work towards another hut. Get a worker on the way, and then while we're waiting on them, see if we can't get a mine placed. Oh, this one takes cash. Look at the cost. $60, 80 wood, and 60 stone. So I can't even get a mine until we have the currency stuff going. 300 food for that. We're just about there. Let's do this guy. Okay, now we're starting to make some revenue here just from taxes automatically. 0.56 per second. Let's see. It appears that we will have pleasant weather for the time being. So that's all good. That means our food should be okay. Although, man, it looks kind of low. Tempted to get another farm, to tell you the truth. Hut. Oh, man, our hut takes cash now, too. The next hut's going to take $60. Later, we're going to be able to increase the revenue. I don't think we have any real controls over that right at the moment. Stone. If I can do stone by hand, this mine's going to take 50 stone, 80 wood. It's $60. This must be the first thing, probably the first thing we want to do so we can get some stone collection automated. But we're going to need a worker, or we're going to have to steal one from our 2 lumber mills, which means one of the lumber mills won't be doing anything. Let's gather the stone we need. Let's get that done, at least 50 of these. Try to get this stone automated as soon as we can. That's the stone we need. We got the wood already. We're just waiting on $60 worth of cash, and we're almost there. And we can't control this revenue rate now, I don't think, but eventually we will be able to increase the rate. All right, there's our $60. Because we need a worker, I'm going to do the hut first, actually. Let's do the hut. That'll get a citizen on their way, and then we're going to have to wait for $60 more to accrue. Doesn't make sense to have the mine and no one to put on it. I guess we could have taken somebody off of the wood, but let's keep that going the way it is. Food's coming in at 1 per second. Oh man, yeah, the farms cost money. Everything costs money now, in addition to resources. Okay, the number of our citizens is increasing. We got a worker in the We don't have the mine yet. Let's throw them on farming for the time being. Assign that new citizen over to be a farmer, increase our food a tiny bit. A minute. No workers on the farm. That should still be bringing in food. I'm not sure. Oh, the new worker is consuming our food. So we actually do need somebody on the farm. Shoot. Oh, man. That means we're going to need another hut. Going to need another hut. And the huts cost money. But let's do the mine first. We're just about there. $60. Boom. And then I'm going to take one of our lumberjacks and put him to doing stone. We're getting a little bit of production, automated production for everything. Cash, food, wood, and stone. I'd like to get more huts going, but every new person that joins the colony is going to chew up some food. So farm might be a good thing to do next. Next farm is going to cost $129 and 387 food. So we'll wait for that. Let's take a look at the research, what we've got. Wooden hoe. Farmers are 20% more efficient. I like the idea that we've only got one farmer. I don't know if that buff applies to all 6 farms or just this one farmer that we've got assigned. We're going to want to do it anyway. Let's do it. Just about a 200 wood. Let's keep an eye on the food production. Right now, we're under a little bit of rough weather. So our food production is down, but we're at 0.69 per second. So if I do this upgrade, 0.89 per second. So not a great upgrade, but over time, that'll be useful to us. Storage is 100 stone to unlock it in the tech tree. That'll increase, I think, the storage just for the wood and the stone. We'll see that. All right, writing. Writing highlights our quest for efficient, expressive, and accessible means to conveying information and stories, unlocks universities and professors. Yeah, we saw this. We're close. This one, animal husbandry, 600 food. If you look, I can only store 501 food, so it's not even possible for me to unlock this till we unlock storage. Let's do that. Let's go mine some stone by hand. Get this up to 100. Unlock storage just to have it. Get this a shed. Shed increases the storage of wood and stone, and there's another building, a silo, that increases our storage of food, but I don't know where that is in the tech tree just yet. What else we got? What else can we do? Food preservation. Traditional techniques dehydrating food using natural sunlight for drying and storage. Unlocks the silo. There we go. We need 200 stone for that. Oh, man. Writing is 300 food. Let's do that for the heck of it and see what we get. University, 240 cash, 200 wooden, and 350 stone. There. That requires more citizens too. Back to research. Want this, but I don't feel like clicking. What else we got? Barter trade and simple record keeping. Trust-based transactions unlocks the bank building and the banker profession. So this is going to allow us to increase our revenue by staffing someone in a bank. 200 coin, 400 knowledge. We're not accumulating knowledge yet. Government is knowledge. 100 stone. This is probably going to be what we do next. This guy. These all take knowledge. We don't have that going yet. I can't do this until I get the food storage. I can't accumulate 600 food until we unlock this guy. So let's do it. Food preservation. We need 200 stone. We're at 63. All right, finally, research, food preservation, boom. And we want this silo, 300 food. I don't, oh, I guess I do have a way to click and get food. Not enthusiastic about doing that. 387 food till our next farm. And this guy we do want. We've already got the stone and the wood and the cash. What are we waiting on for this one? What am I missing here? 20 bucks, 30 wood. Oh, the stone. We need the stone. That's not too bad. Let's get the stone. We'll get our first silo. It's going to increase our ability, our food storage by 300. So right now we can store 502. Boom. Showing us now we can store 803. And that's going to allow us to save enough to unlock animal husbandry here. 600 food. Irrigation optimizes water delivery to crops for better growth. Farms are 10% more efficient. Takes knowledge. That's kind of compelling. But it means I got to buy this university. This guy's expensive. 40, 200 wood, and oh man, 350 stone. Yikes, yikes. I don't want to click 300 times to get that stone, so we're going to wait on this guy. We might think about another mine and another worker for that mine, which means we'll need a hut. 93 and 247 wood. Let's get another hut going. Close on that with the wood. It's gonna, once we get another person coming into our little town, though, our food production is going to go down. There's a hut. Next farm's 129 bucks, which we've got 387 food. Let's do it. We don't have to assign a worker to this farm. We can just have a farm giving us a tiny bit more food. I think that's worth doing. I'm going to accumulate more of this because once that new citizen comes, they're going to start chewing up the food. And the food is a big focus of this game. All right, got another farm. Picks up our food production a little bit. Get a worker on their way. I wanted to put them in a mine, right? I want to kind of increase our stone if we can. Or we could do the professor. This guy, that's going to take forever. Yeah, let's get another mine going. 123 stone, 196 wood, 147 cash. We're kind of waiting on all that stuff. We got our new colonists just came in. For the time being, why don't we put them on? We put them on food. Food's looking a little low now. 0.33 per second. Ugh. Probably need another hut. 362 wood. Oh man. What's next? Obviously, would like to increase the production of everything we got on the screen. While we're waiting for things to tick up, let's see what we've got. 600 food. We know we can unlock this now. We just got to wait for the food to come in. That's going to unlock pastures. The pastures are another way without using people to generate food. They're like kind of like a farm, but they're a little more resilient than a farm. We'll see that once we unlock it. We'll see more about that. Irrigation can't do. These are all knowledge, right? Okay, now we got some bad weather. As a storm is coming, look at our food production is down to 0.19 per second. Once this goes into the negative, we're going to be stuck clicking this thing like crazy. But I would like one more mine. That's kind of my current focus, this mine right here. Let's see, what do we need? 123 stone, we got it. 196 wood, we're close. 147 cash, we've got it. Let's get this wood. Our mine. And let's take a look at the administration. I got 2 farmers. Because we're in bad weather, I kind of have to keep these guys here. We need more huts to staff our lumberjack and our miners. Once the weather clears, I can pull farmers off, but I can't really do that now because we're pretty low as it is. New hut would be great. What do we need for that? 362 wood. Um, Guess I could help out with that. Okay, weather just improved. Food's gone up to 3.36. Let's take off these farmers. We're still getting a tiny bit of food production. I want to beef up the wood and the stone. And I guess what's next? We probably need another farm, another worker, right? Before we can get into this university stuff. I want to make sure food, wood, and stone are in a good spot. Another worker first. 362 wood. I might just start clicking on that. Then get a hut, bring another citizen on board, and then get another farm going. They just work our way to where we have enough production on food, wood, and stone to where we can focus on this university. All right, how much more do I need? 300 or something for the hut? Or was it 350? We'll look here in a second. Yeah, it's not 300. 362. Almost there. Okay, boom. Hut's on its way, and now I want a farm. 495 food, 165 cash. Don't have a way of increasing the cash, so we're going to have to wait anyway on that. What else can we do while we're waiting? Silo, we're good on food storage. We just need more food production. Let's take a look at the research tab again. All these things take knowledge, so we're, except for this guy, animal husbandry. Food production's really, really low too. Once that new citizen comes in, we'll throw him onto a farm. All right, citizen just got here. Let's put him on a farm. Store up our food production a little bit. Next up is what? Next up is this university. We've got 190 stone. We need 350. 100 wood. We're getting close on that. But stone, I think, is going to be the thing that takes the longest, and the cash. Let's manually do a bit of stone. So we got to wait for the cash. Tempted to do another farm, to be honest. 195 food. Let's do another farm first. Like I said, food's going to be an issue. Big issue. Thinking about shoring up food production early. These farms will work even if we don't have workers assigned to them. And when the weather gets bad or something, we can always shift workers over to the farm to beef up their production. Almost there. What do we need? 495. Let's do it. Okay, that gets that going. 1.37. University, we need 240 cash. Stone is just about there. The wood is there. We just need the cash now. 240 cash. We'll wait on that. Oh, there goes the bad weather. In fact, stone, since stone is just about there, let's take off a miner and put him on the farms. Starting to lose food here. We're going to have to do the same thing with the lumberjack, put him on the farms. At least while the weather's bad. So we've got food back in the positive, but we don't have much saved up at all. Once we unlock, where is it? These pastures. these pastures that we're going to unlock, they're immune to the bad weather. So they'll keep producing food at a consistent rate. Can't assign workers to pastures, but they're a nice baseline, consistent source of food. They're expensive, well, as we'll see. So I do want to work towards that. That's probably our next upgrade. We'll see. Cash is going to either allow us to unlock the university first, or food, once the weather gets better, is going to catch up and we'll be able to unlock animal husbandry. We'll see which one comes first. I guess I can't do much about the cash. I could be clicking on food, but man, we need like 600. So I'm going to click on food until I see this university light up. I'm just waiting on the cash. We're getting real close. In fact, the income looks great right now, 1.40. I don't know if that's by having more colonists. Well, but that's looking pretty good. So we're close on the university. I think we're still in bad weather. I can't throw more workers onto the... Ooh, there's our university. Boom. Weather just improved too. Good timing. We've got a university. We got to give the university a worker. Let's pull off a farmer and get them going on storing up some knowledge. We can store up to 500 knowledge. That's going. What do we want? Let's take and put one more person on mining. Got one person on my farm, one person as a lumberjack, 2 miners, and 1 professor. Food to get to 600, I think, right? This one. And we need the knowledge to get to 100 for irrigation. So these two are interesting to me. This is going to increase our food production quite a bit now because we have a lot of farms. And by quite a bit, I mean a tiny amount. Quite a bit in terms of this game because the increments are really tiny in terms of how much extra productivity you get for each upgrade. Let's work towards animal husbandry. We're almost there. I'm going to click some food. Get us up to 600. All right, we can at least unlock it. Boom. We're halfway there towards irrigation. And now we've got pastures. It says, regardless of weather or morale, the pasture will always produce 0.7 food per second. And our morale is up here, this little guy. Top leftish side of the screen. Morale of your citizens has a direct impact on overall production efficiency. -2 from the population and -7 from the tax rate. Later, we'll be able to control the tax rate. We can't do it right now. It's at some default setting. And -2 from the population. I'm not sure what that has to do. Maybe the more people we get, the less happy they are. I'm not sure. Be nice to get one of these pastures just to see it in action. We need 50 bucks, which we've got. 60 stone, we're good. We just need 120 food. Let's accelerate that. Now if I click pasture, we're at 1.37. Now we're at 2.07 for food production. And these pastures, again, they're not impacted by the weather or the morale. They're always going to kick out. But they do tend to be more expensive than the farms. All right, 312 food, 156 stone, and 130 coin. Let's get another pasture going. I need to click on food. We need 312. Oh man, that's a lot of clicking. Let's get this pasture. We're at 2.07 on food. Now we're at 2.77. We just spent a fair amount of stone. A little bit behind. What's next? We obviously could build another lumber mill. I don't think we need it. We don't have workers really for it. Got one farmer assigned. We could put them on something different, but let's leave them on the farm for now. What's next? What didn't we build? Get the university. That's good enough. Oh, do we have irrigation ready? Yeah, we do. Let's click that. Farms are at 1.71. Now they're at 2.1. Nice. Now the rest of these are knowledge, right? We're at 60 knowledge. 180. Methods for shaping, carving, and polishing stones for various purposes unlocks the quarry. That's like a more effective mine. Not bad to have. Hunting, primitive traps and spears, designed to aid hunters in pursuing and capturing game, unlocks fur gathering and the hunter profession. Calendar. Development use systems for measuring and organizing time, enabling societies to track days, months, and years for various purposes, including agricultural planning and religious observance. Increases the sunny day bonus by 10%. Cool. Philosophy is 600 knowledge. We can't even save up that much yet. Unlocks a library. Government is 600. Again, we can't save that up yet. Enables adjusting the tax rates. Then banking we saw earlier. 200 cash, 400 knowledge. Barter and commodity trade. Simple record keeping. Trust-based transactions. Unlocks the bank building and the banker profession. I think I actually want these two up here. The quarry and the hunting. I can't speed up knowledge by clicking on anything. We have to wait for our university to do its thing. We could try to build another university, but man, they're not cheap. 788 stone. I'm not going to click that, and we don't have the storage for it either. Could upgrade our storage here. This doesn't look too expensive. Let's do a shed. Gets us up to 600 max storage for food. I mean, for wood and stone. Mill. I don't think we need that yet. Silo. I'm just waiting on research at this point. Can't speed it up. I could look. We can always work on more food. That's for sure. 619 food and 310 stone. We're close. Let's try and get another pasture going while we're waiting for research to accumulate. Got the cash for this. I just need a bunch of stone. Get this up to 310. Like that. And then this guy needs 619 food. Can we store that much? Can. Another pasture going. And I'm mostly waiting for that research to accumulate. All right. Boom. Food production's up to 2.81. Wood's looking good. Miners are maxed out. Thinking of taking this farmer off, but I don't really have a place to put him. We don't really need another lumberjack. We got tons of wood. Is there a way we could spend that wood? Get another lumber mill. Really need it right now. What about another hut? That'll chew back that inventory of wood pretty darn quick. We're at 450. We need 510. Oh man, that actually scared me. So we got a storm coming in. Food production's down, but it's still positive. Working on a hut. Another body's going to chew up food, but it does give us a worker. We can always throw him on the farm. Now we could use more wood. Maybe that new worker will go into the lumber mill. What's next? Oh, we're good on knowledge. Unlocks the quarry. Yeah, let's do the quarry first. Boom. See what that's about. Quarry is like a mine. It says each quarry makes room for another miner and also boosts their production by 3%. So same thing as a mine, except you get productivity bonus as well. Let's do it. 80 cash, 160 stone. We're close. Let's do it. It doesn't produce rock on its own. You still got to assign a worker to it. But you do get a bonus over the mine. Did a new person come? It says it appears that we'll have pleasant weather for the time being. Our citizens are multiplying like rabbits. Okay. Get this person assigned to wood right now. And let's see if we can get that quarry built. Nice. Now I'm going to actually assign a third miner. I'm going to. Let's take a farmer off. Ooh, that puts our food pretty low. But let's accelerate the stone production. Check research. Oh, nice. So hoe, axe, and pickaxe upgrades. Those are super useful. Farmers are 25% more efficient with the hoe. Lumberjacks are 30% more efficient. These ones that are for farmers, you'll notice, like, I don't have any farmers. I got 8 farms automatically producing food for me, but I don't have any farmers assigned. So it makes me think that this hoe upgrade, if I did it, it wouldn't impact anything right now. It doesn't say farms, it says it makes the farmers more efficient. Let's try pickaxe first. We need 200 stone and 150 knowledge. Getting there on the knowledge, and we need a bit more stone. So I'm going to click on stone. Food's accumulating kind of slow with no workers. So a new pasture might be in the works at some point. But man, look how expensive that is. 1.11k food. We can't even store that much yet. Oh man. So let's gather stone. Waiting on research. The 200 for that stone pickaxe? Yeah. No, 150 knowledge. We're almost there. That's going to increase our miners by 30%. We'll take a look at that right before we click it. Boom. So we're at 1.68 per second. Boom. Now we're at 2.18 per second. Very nice. I like it. What's next? Maybe the same thing for our loggers. Gotta wait for the knowledge to come in. Big knowledge. Yeah, got a bunch of stuff. Everything takes knowledge. Might make sense to work for another university. They're cheap. Can't even store that amount of stone yet. And to be honest, kind of want another pasture. Let's get a silo. Boom. Gonna allow me to store more food. 1.11. Pasture is 1.11. It's possible. Possible we can add one more pasture. Just gotta wait for this food to really accumulate. Ash, we can store 804, so we're good there. Stone, we have enough storage for that too. But we need a ton of food for this pasture. Farm might be quicker. My thing is, when there's bad weather, the farm doesn't help us much, but this... This is so much more resources, but it always produces, which is kind of nice. Food, but I cannot click that much for food. Let's see what else we got in the research tree. What's coming? Stone axe, I think, is next. 200 knowledge and 200 stone. Stone's good. Waiting on the knowledge. Here comes a little bit of bad weather. But our food production's down to 0.06. This is why I kind of have that preoccupation with food. Once this goes negative, you're kind of forced to click to survive. And that gets old in a hurry when you're desperate. I'm trying to keep the food up. I don't want this pasture, but I'll click on this while I'm thinking. We got one quarry, two mines. Everybody's assigned. Miners, two lumberjacks, and a professor. We're okay with one professor for now. While we're waiting on knowledge to accrue, we can just store up other things. Now we need a ton of this food for the next upgrade. The weather is not cooperating, so our production's low. Got to get up to 200 research for the next research upgrade. We're at 115. This is tempting. I guess it would be faster. Another farm. Yeah, I think I want the pasture. We'll wait out the storm here. Food production is going to go up, but I'm just going to click away here until I can get that next pasture. Wood's getting up to our storage limit. Let's take a lumberjack off and put him on farming. Just because once we hit the max storage, then I think we lose productivity basically. So we'll throw another person on the farm. That gets us up to 1.23. We're trying to save up to 1.11k food. Almost there, 850. Then we could throw one more pasture down and that'll increase our food production forevermore. Good or bad weather, high or low morale. Almost there, 1,000 food just about. Need 1.11k. Wood is now almost totally full. I'm going to take the last lumberjack off, get him to help me do the food. Stone is at max, so we can take off the miners, all three of them, put those guys on food. And we'll wait for this guy to get to 1.11. Okay, it's there. Can I get a pasture? Oh, what am I missing? I got the cash. Just short on the food. Let's do a silo. I think I'm just short on the food. Even though it says 1.11 and we had 1.11. What am I missing? Now it's cash. We need to get up to 463. I'm going to have more than enough food and I'm going to need stone. So let's get miners back. Our miners. I can take people off the farm and get them doing wood. Got all the food we need for this upgrade. Now we're just waiting on the cash. 463, almost there, 410. We might want to do a hut. It looks like a hut's going to cost 703 wood and we can only store 603. So it's going to be a shed probably next. Almost there on the pasture. Come on. 3, what am I missing? Oh, 555 stone. All right, I'll help that along. Finally, boom, there's our pasture. All right, we got surplus of wood. Take my lumberjacks off and put them on food. And this is a good place to stop the first episode. Not bad, actually. What do we got? We got 8 farms, 4 pastures, 3 silos increasing our storage. Max storage on food right now is 1.41k. We're at 200. We got 6 huts, which means 6 people. We're going to get different buildings for homes later that have higher capacity too, but we got 6 now. Got 1 shed, increasing our wood and stone storage. Wood and stone, we can store 603 roughly, each of those. 2 lumber mills, 2 mines, a quarry. Probably try to just do quarries from now on. We'll see because we get the productivity bonus with these. The mines just give us a place for a worker. We got 1 university. We got research. Let's do one of those before we leave. Oh, well, no, we'll do it when we get back. We'll do it when we get back. Next episode, pick a research. This is how we've got our people allocated. Total of 6 people, 2 on the farm, 3 as the miners. Nobody doing lumberjack because that storage is almost full, and 1 professor churning out research. Yeah, that's it. Not bad. We're off to a pretty good start, I'd say. So that's it for this one. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this little short series on Idle Commonwealth. This game is in early access as I play it. It came out, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago from when this video posts. I'll put all the links in the description, the Steam page, and every other link I can find. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next episode.